Hi folks, my name's David Gallant. We're here today to do an unboxing of this brand new release from Spirit of Unicorn Music, Keith Emerson, Variations. This is the definitive Keith Emerson set, presented in a 10 by 10 inch box with amazing 20 CDs and a 68-page book. The sleeve notes included were written by Jerry Ewing, editor of Prog magazine, and the package was curated along with the blessing of the Emerson family. In fact, the book that's included contains many never-before-seen photos taken from the family archives. This is a fine tribute to one of the all-time great performers. Speaking as a fan, I was honored to meet Keith on one occasion back in 1996 as ELP toured with Jethro Tull. And Keith couldn't have been more of a gentleman. It was a typical backstage meet and greet with the fans. He signed everything, he took photos with anybody who wanted a picture, and he shared stories from the road that kept everybody transfixed. It was an amazing experience, and a moment I will never forget. This package of virtuoso performances is divided into 5 parts. Of course, the early days of the Nice and Emerson, Lake and Palmer. From there, it branches off into Keith's solo albums, his collaborations with other artists, and his soundtrack work. And it finishes off with some amazing live performances as well. One in particular, recorded in 2004 at B.B. King's in New York, has never been released. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the unboxing of this amazing package. Okay, and here we go with the unboxing portion of the video. Here again we have the 10 by 10 box, Keith Emerson Variations. Quick look at the spine over here. Okay, and the back features covers of all the various recordings that are included. Bring it up a little bit closer for you to see. Okay, and we'll go ahead and drop the materials out of the box, and we'll just take them one at a time. First up is the 68-page book, and features the sleeve notes from Prog editor Jerry Ewing. And again, as mentioned, it is incredible the number of photos in here. Many have never been released, never seen before. Many come from the family's own archives. Interviews with some of Keith's collaborators over the years. News clippings. And now we get into the material involved. Starts off with the first album is The Early Years. And again, each one of the recordings has a complete track listing. All 20 of them. Keith Emerson, the Honky solo album. Changing States. Emerson Plays Emerson. The Keith Emerson Band featuring Mark Bonilla. And again into the soundtracks. Inferno. Nighthawks. Murder Rock. Best Revenge, La Chiesa, Iron Man Volume 1, which I believe was part of the soundtrack to an animated TV series, Armageddon, Godzilla, and again back into some of the collaborations, the Three Fates Project with Mark Bonilla and Terje Mikkelsen, Beyond the Stars, The Boys Club live from California with Glenn Hughes and Mark Bonilla. Keith Emerson Band live in Moscow. Emerson and Lake live from Manticore Hall. Keith Emerson Off the Shelf. And the package I alluded to earlier that is unreleased is a collection, 2 CD collection from B.B. King's in New York City from 2004. A few more clippings. And this is rather interesting here. It looks to be a primary school report card for Keith. And all of the different reports or remarks from the different courses were satisfactory, good, satisfactory, except for music. Very good. No surprise there whatsoever. Another little photo booklet, which I assume is primarily photos from private collections of Keith and his family members. Some of these are very unique, as you can tell. Of course, his old pal, Rick Wakeman. And now we get into the music. The early recordings and some of the solo recordings and the very first of his soundtracks. More soundtrack work and the Three Fates as well. And finally, and again, I would pull out all of the CDs, but there isn't a whole lot to see other than the original label that you can see from above. So there we go, folks. That is the complete unboxing of the Keith Emerson Variations box set. I shall return everything to the package. And as you can see, Spirit of Unicorn Music, in conjunction with the Emerson family, they've created an amazingly comprehensive box that would fit well in the collection of anybody who admired Keith and his music. Thank you very much for your time, and hope you all are well.